Hi and welcome back to my channel. This vlog I'm going to be attempting to read all the short reads that are on my TBR and just try and get as many of them done as I can. Now this wasn't technically on my April TBR, but it was on either my March or Feb TBR and I haven't picked it up yet, so I've added it to the list. So to just go through the books that I'm reading, if you've seen my TBR you will see most of them, you'll know most of them, but just a recap of what they are. We have Violent Love Volume 2, which is basically like True Detective but in graphic novel form, and super brutal, super dark, should be a good time. We also have The Deep by River Solomon, which is a mermaid story but centres around BIPOC mermaids and is by an Own Voices author. We also have Spy Family Volume 2, which is a manga, and I really enjoyed Spy Family Volume 1, so I'm really excited to get back to this one. We have Teen Titans Robin by Kame Garcia and Gabriel Piccolo. This is Volume 4 in the Teen Titans Garcia and Piccolo version, and I adored the first three, which centered around Raven and Beast Boy, who are my favorites, but I wanted to continue because this looks like a lot of fun, and I'm also getting like sibling rivalry energy. Really here for that. And then the last one is Thornhedge, which is a fairy tale retelling that I don't know much about. I'm not going to read these in any particular order. I am certainly more in the mood for The Deep this evening, so I'm going to go and watch some reading sprints and get some reading done, and I'm either going to let you know when I get to the 100 mark, which is almost a little over halfway, or when I get to the end, depending on just how much reading I get done. But I also really want to order some food because I am hungry, so I'm gonna go do some reading and I will catch up with you when I've done something. My boyfriend bought me some flowers, or a flower potentially. Would you like to open it with me? Horatio would like the sellotape. That's his tax for helping me open it, apparently. His obsession with sellotape glue is a little upsetting, I'll be honest. At this point, he is an addict, and I'm an enabler. Now investigating the box. Thankfully, there is another protective box inside the box. You good? You gonna get out? No, you're just gonna fully make yourself at home. You're just gonna lie down on the box. Okay. Okay, I will do the ribbons myself then. Oh, okay. You're after them. You have a problem. Just stop eating plastic. You're a monster. Aren't you? You're a monster. You are gorgeous though. And you get away with murder. With murder. He got me a red rose. He got me a red rose. That's really cute. And it's stuck to its box. Okay, so I'm still reading The Deep. I am 2 chapters in and I can definitely see why people struggle with it. I think the writing style is incredibly delicate and therefore the comprehension level needs to be up there. And unfortunately, I keep trying to pick it up like late into the evening and it's just not the right time for it. So I am now running out of time because this video needs to be edited and uploaded for tomorrow. So I'm moving on to my graphic novels. I'm going to start with Teen Titans Robin because I think this is going to be the easiest one to get through. But essentially this is the 4th book in the Teen Titans series because you have Raven, then Beast Boy loves Raven, and then Robin. And basically in the last one he turned up to save them from something that I'm not going to spoil you for. And this is his older brother Jason, which if you understand DC, you'll understand where this is going. So I'm going to try really hard not to spoil too much of this for you, but I will just generally give you my thoughts and opinions when it's done. But I will say that I really love the art style, so I'll try and find, there we go, a page where it's, you know, kind of inconsequential, but I really enjoy how vibrant the art style is. It is by Kame Garcia and Gabriel Piccolo, and I believe Piccolo is the artist of this style. So really enjoy that. Gonna go try it. See you in a bit. Okay, so it has taken me about an hour, but I have finished Teen Titans Robin, and there is some stuff that I can tell you that is not massive spoilers to like the overarching narrative. It's more specific to this one, and I think is just generally okay to talk about because I really enjoyed this. This is going to get 5 stars from me. There were a couple of moments that really made me laugh. Now, the main narrative of this one is essentially about these two. These two are both Batman's sons. One of them, Dick Grayson, is an adopted son, and Damian is Batman's, or Bruce Wayne's, biological son, but hasn't ever lived with him and grew up not knowing anything really about his dad, or his dad not really knowing anything about him. But both of them have been trained to be Robins. Except Damian really struggles with his temper. He's a very angry little man, and Dick is like the older, more compassionate brother. What I really liked about this is there are a lot of things in DC that really lean into trauma. There is that in this. The dynamic between these two brothers is not perfect, but what I really loved and what really it just healed something in me is the fact that these two brothers, one of them is not interested in being, Damien is not interested in being Dick Grayson's brother at all, but Dick is very compassionate. He is very committed to Damien and he really wants to help Damien, and they do these tasks to kind of decide on a decision of whether Dick's going to stay or not. There's a lot of tiebreakers. Damien is getting more and more frustrated. He can see that his brother is getting on really well with his friends, and the whole time Dick Grayson is just like, good job bud, you're doing really well. But there is a bit where one of the other characters is like, I think I've had enough alpha maleness for today, and I just things like that just made me laugh out loud. So because I genuinely laughed out loud at this one, it gets 5 stars. If it makes me cry, it makes me laugh, it gets 5 stars. So this makes this the highest rated of the series so far, and I'm so glad I got to this one, because the next one, Starfire, is coming out this year. It should be any time now really, so I'm going to check the dates for that in a second, but loved it. I thought this was such a fun read. Had a really good time with it. So yes, that is one finally officially ticked off. Really enjoyed this. Would recommend the Teen Titans series in general. What I'm going to read afterwards is going to be Spy Family Volume 2, which is the second in the Spy Family manga. Now obviously I mentioned last time that this young lady is a telepath. The father is an assassin, except he's adopted her. No, the father is an agent, a secret agent, and the mother is the assassin, and they've kind of adopted each other to do some stuff. So I'm really excited. Really enjoyed the first one, but I did kind of over explain it in my wrap up, so I'm not going to go too much into it. And again, because it's a sequel, I will be careful what I do and don't talk about when I come to wrap up. But first I need to edit today's video, so I have filmed every book I've hauled since January. It's only a short video. I don't think it will even make a full 10 minutes, but I just need to edit that, and then I'm going to go downstairs and read Spy Family Volume 2. And I have somehow managed to read more today in the last couple of hours than I have for the rest of the vlog when I started it on Monday. So we're doing really well. Admittedly, I did finish other books this week, but one of them is for a different vlog. One of them is for a live show, and one of them is a book by a problematic author that, whilst I really enjoy their books, I'm not interested in talking about them on my channel, so I'm not gonna. So yes, Spy Family Volume 2 next, but first I'm gonna edit my video. So I'm gonna go do that, and I will see you in a bit. The window's open, bud. You could come in whenever. Yeah? Where are you? Where are you? There he is! There's my boy. Hello. Oh, thank you. Kisses. Okay, so it is now midway into the afternoon, nearly evening, and I have finished Spy Family Volume 2. I'm not going to go too much into it because I kind of explained what I needed to explain at the start, but things that I really liked about Volume 2, 1, the extension of the world, 2, the fact that there's a really cute little middle grade crush thing happening that I really enjoy. That was super cute. And I really like that every time we meet a new character, they're not just this kind of potentially short-term conflict. It's going to be a longer term thing, which is great because it's only Volume 2. And sometimes with manga, you can find that the storylines are really short-lived because they're churning out so many so quickly. So I really like the fact that this is actually going to be quite a slow burn developed narrative. I really liked that. It got 4 stars. The first one got 5 stars. There were things about this that took a while to get to, and some conversations that I felt myself almost mentally trying to skip over, but overall I couldn't really fault it. Yeah, really enjoyed it. So that's two spy graphic novels and 2 Tomes and Treasures books ticked off. Now I only have one more graphic novel left that I wanted to read for this vlog specifically, which was Violent Love, which I actually TBR'd back in Feb, because at the end of the day I only have so many things that I wanted to put on my Tomes and Treasures TBR that were graphic novels related, but I'm in the mood to just kind of get this one ticked off, and then that will be 3 books that I've wrapped up in this vlog, and then I can go back to the deep afterwards. I've got reading sprints with my Patreon later on this evening, so I will hopefully finish the deep then, and if I don't get to Thornhedge, it's not the end of the world, because I'm driving down to Folkestone tomorrow, so I can always pick it up then, because there is an audiobook available on Scribd, which is great. Again, gonna keep this super short and sweet, gonna go and read Violent Love, and then I will get back to you when I'm done. This is another sequel, so we're just doing a variety of different graphic novel sequels, but this one is kind of like True Detective, except from the villain's perspective. These are 2 gangsters in a really hardened world of violence, and the art style is very dark and graphic, but essentially we find out something about her in the first one, about her family and why she's doing the things that she's doing, and he is someone that is kind of working with her, but I think a relationship is going to develop between them because they've shown a real camaraderie in the first one, but it's not a straight romance. This is more of a love story, and certainly less of a love story than it is just straight up violence, so we love that. But I'm going to go read it, and then I'll let you know what I think when I'm done. So I am currently sprinting. I'm currently on my Patreon sprints. But I have finally, hence the bird noises, I'll leave that. You can just enjoy that as background noise. I have finished Violent Love Volume 2. I didn't love it. I didn't love it as much as I really enjoyed the first one. I feel like the first one set up some really interesting stuff, but the second one, they were kind of like, let's just cram it all into one thing. And there was like plot twists and red herrings and stuff that just didn't seem to go anywhere. And I thought that the ending was really rushed. Really rushed. So this only felt like it was 5 pages long. It didn't feel very long at all, and I just didn't love it. And I feel like maybe I would have enjoyed it more if I'd read the whole thing, like the 2 graphic novels back to back, but it fell a bit flat at the end for me, so it's rocking it at 3 stars, which is not a bad thing, because it means that I'm not keeping it, and that means that I will have more space for other graphic novels on my shelves, and I love that for me. So I'm going to cook dinner now, and then I'm going to read Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher, which is the last book that was on that little mini TBR. And once I finish this, I will go back to the deep. I am only giving myself until 10 o'clock tonight to read. If I don't finish this, if I don't finish the deep, that's fine. I'm just going to wrap them up as to where I got to, and just to let you know. And then I'm going to edit this for tomorrow, because I don't have time tomorrow to edit and schedule and upload, etc., and also film videos for the rest of the week, because there's quite a few things I need to film. So that is just something I need to do. So I'm going to do that, but first I'm going to go cook dinner. So I'm going to leave this right here. I will leave you right here, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, it is just coming up to 10 o'clock, and I am nearly 40 or so pages into Thornhedge and really enjoying it. But I am not going to get a chance to finish it before I have to edit this vlog, which I have promised myself I will do at 10 o'clock tonight. So, did not finish Thornhedge, did not finish The Deep. Am enjoying both of them. This will be a lot easier to finish, and I think I will finish this evening. I just want to get this video edited and done. So, I will finish this evening and maybe wrap it up at the start of the next vlog, and I'm going to carry The Deep over into next week. And I'm also going to be reading The Dance Tree by Kira Millward Hargraves and You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwaeke Emezi. Super traumatic books. Loads of BIPOC rep, super traumatic. So bear that in mind. But I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. It's been super short, I'm sure, but I've tried to pack in as much as I can for my first week of Tomes and Treasures. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave me a little book stack emoji if you just want to let me know you were here. Treat yourself to something from Waypoint, because it supports me and my content. And most importantly, have a nice day.